The 1960 film The Alamo marked John Wayne's first venture into directing and producing. In this ambitious project, Wayne took on the role of Davy Crockett, a character that resonated deeply with his personal ideals of heroism and American spirit. However, the production was not without its challenges. Wayne faced significant pressure from various sources, including studio executives and co-stars, which often forced him to make decisions that conflicted with his vision for the film. For instance, Wayne had a strong desire to portray the battle authentically, but he was often pushed to compromise on certain scenes to appeal to broader audiences. This included altering the script to include more dramatic elements that he initially resisted. Additionally, the casting of Richard Widmark as Jim Bowie and Lawrence Harvey as William Travis brought their own creative influences, leading to clashes over character portrayals and dialogue. Wayne's commitment to the project meant he had to navigate these tensions while maintaining his leadership role. The pressure to deliver a successful film weighed heavily on him, resulting in moments where he had to set aside his personal preferences for the sake of the production. This dynamic created a complex environment where Wayne's artistic integrity was often at odds with the commercial demands of Hollywood. Despite these challenges, Wayne's determination to bring the story of the Alamo to life remained steadfast, showcasing his resilience in the face of adversity. The film ultimately became a significant part of his legacy, but the journey to its completion was fraught with compromises that shaped both the film and Wayne's career. John Wayne played the iconic role of Davy Crockett in the 1960 film The Alamo. Alongside him, Richard Widmark portrayed Jim Bowie, while Lawrence Harvey took on the role of William Travis. The film also featured notable performances from Chill Wills, Ken Curtis, and Frankie Avalon, adding depth to the ensemble cast. Initially, Wayne had different plans for the casting. He wanted Richard Widmark to play the role of Davy Crockett instead of himself. This decision would have allowed Wayne to focus more on directing and production aspects of the film. In fact, Wayne's original intention was to portray Sam Houston, a significant figure in the Texas Revolution. However, as the project evolved, Wayne ultimately took on the role of Crockett, which became one of his most memorable performances. The film is remembered not only for its historical significance, but also for the strong performances of its cast, showcasing the bravery and determination of those who fought at the Alamo. Amid the challenges of producing the Alamo, John Wayne faced significant financial constraints that shaped the film's development. To secure the necessary financial backing, Wayne took on one of the main roles in the movie. This decision was not merely artistic, it was a strategic move to attract investors. The production encountered delays from the studio, which added to the mounting pressure. Wayne fell a tenant in a bold step to keep the project afloat. He financed a large portion of the film himself. This meant mortgaging his house and even his boat, showcasing his commitment to the film and his belief in its potential success. The stress of these financial burdens weighed heavily on him. During the filming, Wayne was often seen smoking cigarettes almost non-stop when he was not acting. This habit reflected the immense pressure he was under as he navigated the complexities of production while trying to maintain his vision for the film. The combination of financial strain and the demands of his role created a challenging environment for Wayne, yet he persevered, driven by his passion for the project and the historical significance of the story being told. Initially, James Arness was considered for the role of Sam Houston in the film The Alamo. However, he did not attend the scheduled interview, which opened the door for Richard Boone to step into the part. This casting change was significant, as Boone brought his own unique interpretation to the character. Meanwhile, the relationship between John Wayne and Richard Widmark was marked by a playful rivalry. They often engaged in light-hearted banter, particularly over the use of Widmark's first name. This friendly conflict added a layer of camaraderie to their working relationship. However, their differences extended beyond humor. Wayne held conservative political views, while Widmark leaned towards liberal beliefs. This contrast in ideologies sometimes created tension, but it also enriched their interactions on set. Their dynamic reflected the broader cultural divides of the time, showcasing how personal relationships can be influenced by differing perspectives. The interplay between their personalities and beliefs contributed to the film's atmosphere, making the production experience memorable for the cast. Wayne lobbied hard for Republic Pictures to make the movie, believing in the importance of telling the story of the Alamo. However, Republic Pictures turned him down, leaving Wayne determined to find another way to bring his vision to life. Eventually, United Artists stepped in to fund a portion of the film, while Texas investors covered the remaining costs. This collaboration was crucial in getting the project off the ground. Despite the challenges, Wayne poured his heart and soul into the film, but he faced criticism and a perception that the movie was a failure. He resented this view, feeling that it did not reflect the hard work and dedication that went into the production. Even though he experienced personal financial loss due to the film's budget, it was ultimately considered a box office hit. The film resonated with audiences, showcasing the bravery and sacrifice of those who fought at the Alamo, and solidifying Wayne's legacy in Hollywood. Wayne expressed to Hedda Hopper that he believed the film was too long, which he considered a significant flaw. This sentiment reflects a common critique of epic films from that era, where length often became a point of contention among audiences and filmmakers alike. The film's pacing and duration were under scrutiny, and Wayne's admission highlights the challenges faced in balancing storytelling with audience engagement. John Ford, a legendary director, was involved in the project, directing about 15% of the film's B-roll footage. However, much of this footage was ultimately deemed unusable. This led to the decision to reshoot those scenes with a second unit director, indicating the complexities and difficulties in capturing the right visual elements for such a grand narrative. The collaboration and subsequent challenges between these prominent figures in cinema illustrate the intricate process of filmmaking during that period, where creative visions sometimes clashed with practical realities. Widmark felt a deep sense of miscasting while working on the film, largely due to his smaller stature compared to the historical figure of Jim Bowie. This feeling of inadequacy led him to consider leaving the project altogether. However, he found himself legally compelled to stay, which added to his frustration. The pressure of portraying such a significant character weighed heavily on him, as he struggled with the expectations that came with the role. Meanwhile, Boone arrived on set with a full beard, which he had grown for another project. However, he quickly learned that General Houston, the character he was set to portray, did not have a beard. This meant that Boone had to shave off his facial hair, which was a significant change for him. The adjustments both actors had to make highlight the challenges faced during the production of the Alamo. These behind-the-scenes struggles contributed to the film's complex atmosphere, as the actors navigated their personal feelings while bringing historical figures to life. Initially, Frank Sinatra expressed a strong desire to portray Colonel Travis in the film The Alamo. However, due to scheduling conflicts, he was unable to take on the role. This left the filmmakers in search of a suitable replacement who could bring the character to life. In an effort to attract a younger audience, Frankie Avalon was ultimately cast in the film. Avalon's casting was reminiscent of Ricky Nelson's role in Rio Bravo, where the inclusion of a youthful star helped draw in a demographic that might not have been as interested in a historical epic. As for General Santa Anna, his presence in the film is notable yet limited. He appears briefly, and is given only 2 lines of dialogue. This minimal portrayal contrasts with the buildup of his character as a significant threat throughout the story. The film emphasizes the tension surrounding the Alamo and the Mexican army, yet Santa Anna's limited dialogue may leave viewers wanting more depth from such a pivotal figure in the historical context. The choices made in casting and character development reflect the filmmaker's intentions to balance historical drama with audience appeal. Wayne was seen as intelligent and gifted, yet he had a notable weakness for long-winded dialogue. This tendency sometimes made the film's pacing feel slower than intended. Some actors expressed concerns about his directing skills, as this was his first time in the role of director. Despite his strong presence as an actor, the transition to directing proved challenging. The production of the Alamo was ambitious, resulting in the shooting of 500,000 feet of film. This extensive filming led to the creation of 566 scenes, showcasing Wayne's desire to capture every detail of the story. However, the project faced delays, with filming lasting 3 weeks longer than originally scheduled. This extended timeline reflected the complexities of bringing such a grand vision to life, as Wayne navigated the intricacies of directing while trying to maintain the film's artistic integrity. The challenges he faced during this process highlighted the difficulties inherent in filmmaking, especially for someone new to the director's chair. The final cut of the film was 3 hours and 13 minutes long, a significant length for a movie at that time. This extended runtime allowed for a detailed portrayal of the events surrounding the Battle of the Alamo, but it also sparked discussions about pacing and audience engagement. Chill Wills, who played a prominent role in the film, aggressively campaigned for an Academy Award nomination. His efforts were met with backlash from some quarters, as many felt that the campaign was overly ambitious and perhaps even inappropriate. John Wayne, the film star and director, disapproved of Will's aggressive tactics. In response, Wayne launched his own advertising campaign to counter Will's push for recognition. This internal conflict highlighted the competitive nature of Hollywood during that era, where actors often vied for accolades and recognition. The tension between Wills and Wayne reflected the complexities of collaboration in filmmaking, especially when personal ambitions clashed with collective goals. Wayne initially planned to film the Alamo in Mexico, envisioning the rich landscapes and historical settings that would enhance the story. However, due to pressure from Texas investors who were concerned about the film's authenticity and its connection to Texas history, he sought an alternative location. This led him to a sprawling 20,000-acre ranch in Brackettville, Texas, which provided the perfect backdrop for the epic tale of the famous battle. The vast land allowed for the construction of a detailed replica of the Alamo, capturing the essence of the historic site. In the casting process, Sammy Davis Jr. was considered for a role in the film. His talent and charisma made him a strong candidate, but influential Texans opposed his involvement due to his interracial relationship. This backlash created a significant dilemma for Wayne, who ultimately decided to decline Davis's participation in the film. The decision reflected the social tensions of the time and highlighted the challenges faced in the film industry regarding race and representation. The combination of location choices and casting controversies shaped the production of The Alamo, making it a notable film in both cinematic and cultural history. To create the right atmosphere for the filming of The Alamo, the production team made a unique decision regarding the set orientation. The Alamo Village set was constructed facing the opposite direction of the actual Alamo. This choice was made to take advantage of the beautiful lighting during sundown, which would enhance the visual appeal of the film. The filmmakers understood the importance of capturing the right mood and ambience, especially for a story steeped in such significant historical events. Before filming began, John Wayne, who was not only the star but also the director and producer, wanted to ensure that the project honored the legacy of the Alamo. To achieve this, he invited a clergyman to bless the production. This blessing took place in front of the entire cast and crew, creating a moment of unity and reverence. The clergyman prayed for divine assistance, asking for guidance and support in their efforts to portray the history of the Alamo with respect and accuracy. This act of faith reflected Wayne's deep commitment to the story and the people who fought there, setting a tone of seriousness and dedication for everyone involved in the film. The combination of the set's orientation and the prayer before filming helped to create a respectful and focused environment, allowing the cast and crew to immerse themselves in the spirit of the story they were telling. The Alamo was not just a film for them, it was a tribute to a pivotal moment in American history, and they were determined to do it justice. The film was broadcast in 2 parts over 2 nights due to its length, taking up 5 hours of airtime including commercials. This extended format allowed viewers to fully immerse themselves in the epic story of the Alamo, showcasing the bravery and struggles of those who fought during this pivotal moment in history. The broadcast drew significant attention, as audiences were eager to witness the dramatic retelling of the events that took place in 1836. The Alamo Village set, which was built for the film, once served as a popular attraction for the public. Visitors could explore the set, which included various shops and shows that brought the spirit of the Alamo to life. This immersive experience allowed fans of the film and history enthusiasts to connect with the story in a tangible way. However, the set closed in 2010, following the deaths of its owners, marking the end of an era for those who cherished the site. The closure left a void for many who had enjoyed visiting the Alamo Village, as it had become a beloved landmark celebrating a significant part of American history. The 1960 film The Alamo, directed by and starring John Wayne, presents a grand yet contentious portrayal of the historic Battle of the Alamo. While the film aims to capture the valor and sacrifice of its characters, it has drawn mixed reviews regarding its execution and depth. Critics have pointed out that the film leans heavily into an overwrought, overly macho interpretation of history. The narrative, while filled with action and spectacle, often sacrifices character development for the sake of a more straightforward heroic narrative. The film's protagonists, James Bowie, Davy Crockett, and William B. Travis, are depicted in broad strokes, lacking the complexity that could have enriched the story. Travis, portrayed by Lawrence Harvey, is characterized as a strict martinet, while Crockett, and Bowie are presented as larger-than-life adventurers, embodying a one-dimensional heroism that some viewers find unconvincing. The action sequences, however, are a highlight of the film, showcasing the intensity of the battle and the stakes involved. These scenes are well crafted and provide the epic scale that one might expect from a historical drama. Yet, the film's reliance on action does not compensate for its shortcomings in character exploration. Critics argue that the addition of various subplots intended to add depth and color to the characters often feels gratuitous and detracts from the central narrative. This approach leaves the audience with a sense of superficiality, as the characters do not evolve beyond their archetypal roles. The performances in The Alamo have also sparked debate. John Wayne's portrayal of Davy Crockett is emblematic of his typical swaggering hero persona, which some viewers appreciate for its charisma, while others find it excessive and lacking nuance. Richard Widmark's performance mirrors this over-the-top style, contributing to a tone that some may find entertaining, but others deem excessive. In contrast, Lawrence Harvey's more restrained portrayal of Travis offers a different perspective, though it has been criticized for coming off as overly serious and cranky. Interestingly, despite the film's mixed reception, it received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor for Chill Wills, who played the beekeeper. This nomination has been met with skepticism, with some critics labeling it as one of the most undeserved in Oscar history, suggesting that the film's marketing campaign may have played a significant role in this recognition, rather than the merit of the performance itself. In summary, The Alamo stands as a polarizing film that attempts to honor a pivotal moment in American history. While it succeeds in delivering thrilling action and a grand spectacle, it falters in providing the character depth and complexity that could have made the story resonate more profoundly. The film's macho tone and simplistic characterizations may alienate some viewers, yet it remains a notable entry in the genre of historical epics, particularly when compared to its less favorable 2004 remake. Ultimately, The Alamo is a film that invites both admiration and critique, reflecting the diverse opinions of its audience. As we conclude our journey through the epic tale of The Alamo, a new chapter awaits. What happened to the remarkable cast who brought this story to life? Their paths after the film are as compelling as the battle itself. From the legendary John Wayne, who not only starred but also directed, to the talented actors who portrayed the brave defenders, each had a unique story to tell. Did they continue to shine in Hollywood, or did they take unexpected turns in their careers? Some faced triumphs, while others encountered struggles that would surprise you. The legacy of The Alamo extends beyond the screen, intertwining with the lives of those who played pivotal roles. Join us as we delve into the fascinating journeys of these actors, revealing the highs and lows that followed their time in this iconic film. Prepare to uncover secrets and stories that will deepen your appreciation for the film and its cast. Patrick Wayne portrayed Captain James Butler Bonham in the 1960 film The Alamo, a role that showcased his ability to embody a character of bravery and sacrifice. Bonham, a real historical figure, was known for his fierce loyalty and commitment to the Texan cause. Wayne's performance captured the essence of a man willing to face insurmountable odds, reflecting the somber reality of the Alamo's fate. After The Alamo, Patrick Wayne's career continued in film and television, but he faced challenges that tested his resolve. He struggled to escape the shadow of his famous father, John Wayne, which often led to comparisons that were both a blessing and a curse. Personal hardships included a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, leaving him to navigate the complexities of family life alone. In the late 1970s, Wayne faced a significant health scare when he was diagnosed with a serious illness, which forced him to reevaluate his life and career. Despite these challenges, he remained active in the industry, taking on various roles and even working behind the scenes as a producer. As of the last known information, Patrick Wayne has largely stepped back from the public eye, focusing on his family and personal interests. He has occasionally made appearances at film festivals and conventions, sharing stories from his career. His legacy remains intertwined with the iconic roles he played, particularly that of Bonham, a character that continues to resonate with audiences. In the 1960 film The Alamo, Frankie Avalon portrayed Smitty, a character who added a youthful energy to the story of the historic battle. Avalon's role was significant, showcasing his ability to transition from teen idol to a more serious actor. However, this film marked a turning point in his career, as he struggled to break free from the typecasting that came with his earlier roles in beach party films. After the Alamo, Avalon's career faced challenges. The 1960s brought a decline in his popularity, and he battled the pressures of fame. Personal hardships included a tumultuous marriage to Catherine, which faced difficulties, including financial struggles and the pressures of raising 8 children. Avalon also dealt with the darker side of Hollywood, including the impact of substance abuse that affected many stars of his era. Despite these challenges, Avalon reinvented himself in the 1970s, finding success in music and television. He made guest appearances on various shows and continued to perform live. In recent years, he has remained active, participating in nostalgia tours and maintaining a connection with his fans. As of now, Frankie Avalon is still alive, living a quieter life while reflecting on his storied past. Hank Worden played the role of Parson in the 1960 film The Alamo. His character, a preacher, added a layer of moral complexity to the story, embodying the struggle between faith and survival during the historic siege. Worden's performance was marked by a quiet intensity, capturing the somber reality of the time. Beyond the Alamo, Hank Worden's life was filled with both triumphs and challenges. He faced personal hardships, including a tumultuous childhood marked by poverty. His career spanned several decades, with notable roles in classic westerns, but he often struggled to find consistent work. Worden was known for his eccentric personality, which sometimes led to conflicts in the industry. In his later years, he became a recluse, living in a small cabin in the mountains of California. Despite his fame, he battled loneliness and health issues. Hank Worden passed away in 1992, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and a life that reflected the complexities of the human experience. His last known information remains a mystery, as he chose to live away from the public eye, embodying the very essence of the characters he portrayed. Chill Wills played the role of the beekeeper in the 1960 film The Alamo, a character that added a unique touch to the story. Wills, known for his distinctive voice and presence, brought a sense of authenticity to the film. His portrayal, while not central to the main narrative, highlighted the everyday lives of those involved in the historic event. After The Alamo, Wills continued to work in film and television, but his career faced challenges. He struggled with typecasting, often being seen as a character actor rather than a leading man. Personal hardships marked his life, including battles with alcoholism that affected his relationships and career. Wills faced a scandal in the late 1960s when he was accused of tax evasion, which cast a shadow over his public image. Despite these struggles, he remained active in the industry, lending his voice to various projects and appearing in guest roles on television. In his later years, Wills became a recluse, living in relative obscurity. He passed away in 1978, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances. The last known information about him reflects a life filled with both triumphs and tribulations, a testament to the complexities of fame. John Wayne's portrayal of Colonel Davy Crockett in the 1960 film The Alamo marked a significant moment in his career. Wayne embodied the rugged spirit and determination of Crockett, a figure synonymous with bravery and sacrifice. His performance was not just an act, it reflected Wayne's own ideals of heroism and American values. However, the film was a financial disappointment, leading to a period of reflection for Wayne. In the years following the Alamo, Wayne faced personal and professional challenges. His marriage to Josephine Sands ended in divorce, a painful chapter that left him emotionally scarred. He struggled with health issues, including lung cancer, which he battled for years. Despite these hardships, Wayne continued to work, starring in films like True Grit, which earned him an Academy Award. Wayne's life was also marked by controversy. His outspoken political views, particularly his support for anti-communism, often put him at odds with Hollywood's liberal circles. He faced backlash for his comments on race and gender, which many found outdated and offensive. In his later years, Wayne's health declined, and he became a symbol of a bygone era. He passed away in 1979, leaving behind a complex legacy. His life was a blend of triumph and tragedy, reflecting the darker sides of fame and the toll it can take. The last known information about Wayne reveals a man who, despite his larger-than-life persona, faced the same struggles as many, navigating the shadows of his own making. Richard Widmark's portrayal of Colonel Jim Bowie in the 1960 film The Alamo is a striking representation of a complex historical figure. Widmark brought a rugged intensity to the role, embodying Bowie's fierce spirit and tragic fate. His performance captured the essence of a man caught between valor and the harsh realities of war, showcasing both strength and vulnerability. This role marked a significant moment in Widmark's career, as he transitioned from his earlier roles in film noir to more heroic characters. Widmark's life was marked by personal challenges and controversies. He faced the pressures of Hollywood fame, which often led to struggles with typecasting. His off-screen life was not without scandal. He was known for his tumultuous relationships, including a marriage that ended in divorce. Widmark also dealt with the darker side of fame, including the loss of close friends and the toll of aging in an industry that often discards its stars. In his later years, Widmark remained active in film and television, but he also took time to reflect on his life and career. He became known for his philanthropic efforts, particularly in support of the arts. Widmark passed away in 2008, leaving behind a legacy of powerful performances and a life filled with both triumphs and tribulations. His final years were spent in quiet reflection, away from the public eye, a fitting end for a man who had lived so intensely. Lawrence Harvey's portrayal of Colonel William Barrett Travis in the 1960 film, The Alamo, was a defining moment in his career. He embodied the spirit of a man caught between duty and despair, capturing the tragic essence of Travis's last stand. Harvey's performance was marked by a deep intensity, reflecting the weight of leadership in a time of crisis. This role showcased his ability to convey complex emotions, setting him apart in a cast filled with strong personalities. After The Alamo, Harvey's career faced challenges. He struggled with typecasting and sought to break free from the heroic roles that defined him. His personal life was tumultuous, marked by high-profile relationships, including a marriage to actress Margaret Leighton, which ended in divorce. Harvey was known for his turbulent affairs, including a rumored relationship with actress Natalie Wood, which added to his enigmatic persona. In the late 1970s, Harvey's health declined due to lung cancer, a battle he faced with a stoic demeanor. He passed away in 1973, leaving behind a legacy of complex characters and a life filled with both triumphs and tragedies. His last known information reflects a man who, despite his fame, grappled with personal demons and the shadows of his past. Again, Big Boy Williams portrayed Lieutenant Irish Finn in the 1960 film The Alamo, bringing a rugged charm to the character. His role, though not the lead, added depth to the ensemble cast, showcasing his ability to embody strong, supporting figures. Williams' physical presence and distinctive voice made him memorable, yet his career was marked by challenges beyond the screen. Born in 1911, Williams faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism that affected his relationships and career. He was involved in several scandals, including a notorious incident in the 1950s, where he was arrested for public intoxication, which tarnished his reputation. Despite these setbacks, he continued to work in film and television, often cast in roles that capitalized on his imposing stature. In his later years, Williams faced health issues, including heart problems, which led to a quieter life away from the spotlight. He passed away in 1989, leaving behind a legacy of diverse roles and a complex personal history. The last known information about him reflects a man who battled his demons while contributing to the film industry. In the 1960 film The Alamo, Linda Crystal portrayed Flacca, a character that added depth to the narrative. Flacca, a strong and resilient woman, represented the spirit of survival amidst chaos. Crystal's performance was notable for its emotional intensity, showcasing her ability to convey vulnerability and strength simultaneously. This role marked a significant point in her career, as it highlighted her talent in a predominantly male-driven genre. After The Alamo, Crystal's career continued to flourish, with roles in various films and television series. However, her life was not without challenges. She faced personal hardships, including the tragic loss of her first husband, who died in a car accident. This event deeply affected her, leading to a period of mourning and reflection. Crystal also dealt with the pressures of Hollywood, including typecasting and the struggle to find diverse roles that matched her talent. In her later years, Crystal moved away from the spotlight, choosing to live a quieter life. She remained out of the public eye, with little information available about her activities. The last known details suggest she lived in relative seclusion, reflecting on her past while maintaining a sense of mystery about her life. Denver Pyle portrayed Thimblewig in the 1960 film The Alamo, a character that added a layer of complexity to the story. Thimblewig, a con artist, represented the darker side of human nature amidst the backdrop of heroism and sacrifice. Pyle's performance was marked by a blend of charm and deceit, showcasing his ability to embody morally ambiguous characters. After the Alamo, Pyle's career continued to flourish, but it was not without its challenges. He became well known for his roles in television, particularly as Uncle Jesse in The Dukes of Hazzard. However, his personal life was marred by hardships. Pyle faced the tragic loss of his first wife, which deeply affected him. He also struggled with the pressures of fame and the toll it took on his mental health. In his later years, Pyle battled cancer, a fight that he faced with resilience. He passed away in 1997, leaving behind a legacy of diverse roles and a complex personal history. His life remains a testament to the struggles and triumphs of an actor who navigated both the bright lights of Hollywood and the shadows of personal loss. Joseph Calleja portrayed Juan Seguin in the 1960 film The Alamo, bringing depth to a character who played a crucial role in the Texas Revolution. Calleja's performance captured Seguin's loyalty and bravery, reflecting the struggles of a man caught between two worlds. This role was significant in Calleja's career, showcasing his ability to embody complex characters with a rich emotional landscape. Calleja's life was marked by personal hardships and controversies. Born in Malta, he faced challenges as an immigrant in America, often typecast in roles that emphasize his ethnic background. His career included notable films like The Maltese Falcon and The Devil's Brigade, but he struggled with the pressures of Hollywood. In the 1940s, he faced a scandal involving a failed marriage and allegations of infidelity, which tarnished his public image. Later in life, Calleja battled health issues, including a heart condition that affected his work. He continued to act until the late 1970s, but his health declined. The last known information about him indicates he passed away in 1975, leaving behind a legacy of powerful performances and a life filled with both triumphs and tribulations. William Henry's portrayal of Dr. Sutherland in the 1960 film The Alamo marked a significant moment in his career. His character, a compassionate and dedicated physician, provided a human touch amidst the chaos of battle. Henry's performance was noted for its depth, capturing the struggles of a man caught between duty and morality. This role showcased his ability to convey vulnerability, a stark contrast to the heroic figures surrounding him. After the Alamo, Henry faced a series of personal and professional challenges. His career, which began in the 1940s, saw a decline in the 1970s as he struggled to find substantial roles. The pressures of Hollywood took a toll on his personal life, leading to a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce. He faced financial difficulties, which forced him to take on lesser roles in television and film. In the late 1980s, Henry became embroiled in a scandal involving allegations of misconduct, which further tarnished his reputation. Despite these hardships, he remained resilient, continuing to work in the industry until his passing in 1999. His last known information reveals a man who, despite the shadows of his past, sought redemption through his craft. Jack Pennick's portrayal of Sergeant Lightfoot in the 1960 film The Alamo stands out as a significant moment in his career. His character, a loyal and brave soldier, embodies the spirit of sacrifice and camaraderie during a pivotal historical event. Pennick's performance, though not the lead, left a lasting impression, showcasing his ability to convey depth and emotion in a supporting role. Beyond the Alamo, Pennick's life was marked by personal struggles and challenges. He faced hardships that included financial difficulties and battles with alcoholism, which affected both his career and personal relationships. Despite these challenges, he continued to work in the film industry, often taking on roles that reflected his rugged persona. In the later years of his life, Pennick became somewhat of a recluse, distancing himself from the Hollywood scene. His last known appearances were in smaller productions, and he faded from public view. The details of his final years remain shrouded in mystery, with little information available about his passing. His legacy, however, lives on through his memorable performances and the impact he had on those who worked with him. Veda Ann Borg portrayed blind Nell Robertson in the 1960 film The Alamo, a character marked by resilience and depth. Nell, despite her blindness, embodies strength and wisdom, serving as a poignant reminder of the human spirit's endurance amid chaos. Borg's performance brought a haunting quality to the role, capturing the struggles of those living on the fringes of society during turbulent times. After The Alamo, Borg's career faced challenges. She struggled to find roles that matched her talent, leading to a decline in her visibility in Hollywood. Personal hardships compounded her professional struggles. Borg faced a tumultuous marriage to actor and director John R. McGowan, which ended in divorce. She also battled health issues, including a severe car accident that left her with lasting injuries. In her later years, Borg became reclusive, distancing herself from the public eye. The last known information about her suggests she lived a quiet life, away from the glitz of Hollywood, reflecting on her past with a sense of solitude. Her legacy remains, marked by a powerful performance that resonates with audiences even today. Richard Boone's portrayal of General Sam Houston in the 1960 film The Alamo stands out as a significant moment in his career. Boone brought a commanding presence to the role, embodying Houston's complex character with a blend of strength and vulnerability. His performance captured the weight of leadership during a tumultuous time, reflecting the internal struggles of a man tasked with uniting a diverse group of fighters against overwhelming odds. Beyond the Alamo, Boone's career was marked by a series of notable performances in television and film, including his role in the series Have Gun, Will Travel. However, his life was not without challenges. Boone faced personal hardships, including battles with alcoholism that affected both his career and relationships. He was known for his intense personality, which sometimes led to conflicts with colleagues and producers. In his later years, Boone continued to work in television and film but struggled with the shadows of his past. He remained a complex figure, often reflecting on his life choices and the toll they took on his health and relationships. The last known information about Boone indicates that he passed away in 1981, leaving behind a legacy marked by both artistic achievement and personal turmoil. Joan O'Brien portrayed Mistress Sue Dickinson in the 1960 film The Alamo, a role that showcased her ability to convey strength and resilience amid chaos. Her character represented the emotional core of the story, embodying the struggles faced by women during turbulent times. O'Brien's performance was marked by a quiet intensity, capturing the heartache and determination of a woman supporting her husband in a legendary battle. After The Alamo, O'Brien's career saw a decline, and she faced personal challenges that overshadowed her professional life. She experienced a tumultuous marriage to actor and director John Derek, which ended in divorce. The split was marked by public scrutiny and rumors, adding to her struggles. O'Brien also faced health issues, including a battle with depression, which affected her ability to work consistently in Hollywood. In the years that followed, she stepped away from the limelight, choosing to focus on her family and personal well-being. The last known information about O'Brien indicates that she has largely remained out of the public eye, living a private life away from the industry that once celebrated her talent. Pilar Wayne played the role of Alamo Woman in the 1960 film The Alamo, a character that represented the strength and resilience of women during a tumultuous time in history. Her performance, though not the central focus of the film, added depth to the narrative, showcasing the often overlooked contributions of women in historical events. After The Alamo, Pilar's career continued in television and film, but she faced challenges in finding substantial roles that matched her talent. Beyond her professional life, Pilar Wayne's personal life was marked by turmoil. She was married to actor John Wayne, a relationship that brought both fame and scrutiny. Their marriage was tumultuous, filled with public scandals and private struggles. After their divorce, Pilar faced financial difficulties and battled with depression, which led to a reclusive lifestyle. She also dealt with the complexities of being a single mother, raising her children amidst the shadows of her former life. In her later years, Pilar became involved in various charitable causes, seeking to rebuild her life and reputation. The last known information about her indicates that she lived a quiet life, away from the public eye, focusing on her family and personal well-being. Despite the challenges she faced, Pilar Wayne's legacy as an actress and a woman of resilience remains significant. Dean Smith portrayed Bowie in the 1960 film The Alamo, a role that showcased his ability to embody complex characters. Bowie, a key figure in the battle, was marked by his bravery and tragic fate. Smith's performance captured the essence of a man caught in a pivotal moment of history, reflecting both strength and vulnerability. After The Alamo, Smith's career continued with notable roles in film and television, but he faced significant challenges. His personal life was marred by struggles, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce. He battled alcoholism, which affected his career and relationships. In the late 1970s, Smith faced a scandal involving financial troubles that led to bankruptcy. Despite these hardships, he found solace in acting, often taking on roles that mirrored his own struggles. In his later years, Smith became a mentor to younger actors, sharing his experiences and lessons learned. The last known information about him suggests he lived a quiet life, reflecting on his past while remaining connected to the arts. Chester Hairston played Jethro in the 1960 film The Alamo, a role that showcased his talent and charisma. Jethro, a character who provided comic relief amidst the film's serious themes, was a reflection of Hairston's ability to blend humor with depth. This performance marked a significant moment in Hairston's career as he transitioned from a background in music and theater to a more prominent role in film. Hairston's life was marked by both triumph and hardship. Born in 1901, he faced racial discrimination throughout his career, which often limited his opportunities in Hollywood. Despite this, he became a respected figure in the entertainment industry, known for his work as a composer and choral director. However, his personal life was not without challenges. He experienced the loss of loved ones and struggled with the pressures of fame. In the 1970s, he faced health issues that affected his ability to perform. In his later years, Hairston continued to work in television and film, but he remained a private individual, shying away from the spotlight. His last known public appearance was in the early 2000s, and he passed away in 2000 at the age of 98. His legacy endures through his contributions to music and film, leaving behind a complex story of resilience and artistry. Chuck Roberson played a significant role as a Tennessean in the 1960 film The Alamo, portraying the character of a soldier who fought bravely at the historic battle. His performance added depth to the film, capturing the spirit of camaraderie and sacrifice among the defenders of the Alamo. Roberson's rugged appearance and commanding presence made him a fitting choice for the role, reflecting the harsh realities of frontier life. After The Alamo, Roberson's career continued in Hollywood, but he faced challenges that would shadow his life. He struggled with typecasting, often being seen only as a tough guy or cowboy. This limited his opportunities, leading to frustration and a sense of being trapped in a single image. Personal hardships also marked his life. He faced financial difficulties and battled alcoholism, which affected both his career and personal relationships. In the late 1970s, Roberson's health began to decline, and he became reclusive. He passed away in 1994, leaving behind a legacy that is often overshadowed by the struggles he faced. His last known information remains scarce, reflecting the quiet end of a life filled with both triumph and turmoil. Ken Curtis portrayed Captain Almarin Dickinson in the 1960 film The Alamo, a role that showcased his ability to embody a character caught in the turmoil of a historic battle. Dickinson, a real-life figure, was a defender of the Alamo, and Curtis brought depth to his portrayal, capturing the bravery and desperation of those fighting for their beliefs. This role marked a significant point in Curtis's career, as he transitioned from a successful singing career to acting, gaining recognition for his performances. After The Alamo, Curtis faced personal and professional challenges. He struggled with the pressures of fame and the expectations that came with it. His marriage to actress and singer Arlene ended in divorce, which added to his emotional turmoil. Curtis also battled alcoholism, a struggle that haunted him for years and affected his relationships and career opportunities. Despite these hardships, he continued to work in television and film, often appearing in westerns, which became his niche. In his later years, Curtis found solace in his love for music, performing in various venues. He remained a beloved figure in the Western genre until his passing in 1991. The last known information about him reflects a man who, despite his struggles, left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry and the hearts of his fans. As we wrap up our look at the 1960 film The Alamo, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia. This film not only showcased the bravery of figures like Davy Crockett and Jim Bowie, but also marked a significant moment in the careers of its cast, including John Wayne, who took on the dual role of actor and director. The challenges they faced during production, from budget constraints to the intense Texas heat, shaped the film into a classic that many remember fondly. Did you watch The Alamo during your childhood? Perhaps it sparked your interest in history or inspired you with its themes of courage and sacrifice. We would love to hear your stories and memories connected to this film. What moments stood out to you? Did it influence your view of the Alamo or American history? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your stories help keep the spirit of this film alive for future generations.